Picture this. You're sitting there, phone in hand, thumb hovering over the banking app. You take a deep breath, you tap it open, and you scroll. And there it is. The number. Maybe it's $3,482. Maybe it's $5,211. And for a second, you feel it. That little spark of pride. I'm doing it. I'm actually saving. But then, your brain, like a movie trailer voiceover guy, jumps in. In a world where your car has 120,000 miles on it, and suddenly, that $5,211 isn't money. It's a future transmission repair. It's a set of tires. It's a dental bill waiting to happen. Or maybe a different script starts to play. You've been so good. You've packed lunches. You've skipped the coffee runs. You deserve a reward, right? A little treat. And that treat becomes a new couch, or a last-minute flight, or a shopping cart that magically fills itself. And just like that, poof, the number deflates. Back to a few $100. Back to square one. You feel that familiar cocktail of guilt and frustration. Why can't I just get ahead? Why does something always come up? Am I just bad with money? If that cycle sounds familiar, the build-up, the spark of hope, the inevitable reset, then you are in the right place. My name is Nick, and I make videos about the psychology of money, why we do what we do with it, and how to make it work with our brains, not against them. And if you're tired of that cycle, hit that subscribe button. We're going to fix it. Because this video isn't about another budgeting app or a crazy This is about a specific, life-altering moment. The moment your savings account stops being a temporary holding cell for bills and becomes something else entirely. Something I call FU Money Light. And to talk about it, I want to tell you about Karen. Now, Karen isn't one person. She's a blend of so many people I've talked to, maybe a blend of you and me. Karen thought $10,000 in savings was a myth. Something for finance influencers with perfect lighting, not for her. Every single time she got close, life, or her own brain, would intervene. A well-deserved vacation would seem more urgent than a future emergency. The fear of missing out on a sale felt sharper than the fear of an empty bank account. She'd drain the balance, feel terrible, and tell herself, next time I'll be stronger. But here's the thing she didn't realize. Her treat-yourself spending wasn't coming from a place of abundance. It was coming from a deep, hidden place of scarcity. Her subconscious logic went like this. Money is always going to be tight. It's always going to slip through my fingers. So I might as well enjoy it now, on my terms, before some stupid bill takes it from me. It was a preemptive strike against a future she was sure would be broke. The stakes here are so much bigger than a dollar amount. It's about autonomy. It's about security. And most of all, it's about self-trust. Every time you almost get there and then reset to zero, it chips away at your confidence. You start to believe the story that you're just not built for this. That's the real damage. But then, something changed for Karen. She finally did it. She crossed that line. She saved her first $10,000. And what happened next shocked her. It wasn't what she expected. She didn't buy a car. She didn't put a down payment on a house. $10,000 doesn't do that. But what it did do was quieter, more profound. And it changed everything. Let's dive into why. Let's talk about Act 2, the tipping point. This is where we move from scarcity to agency. And it starts not in your bank account, but in your brain. Specifically, a little almond-shaped part called the amygdala. It's your threat detector. It's the part that screams, danger, when you see your low balance, when a bill arrives, when your boss looks at you funny. When you're living on the financial edge, that amygdala is on a low-grade constant simmer. It's releasing stress hormones like cortisol all day long. You're making every decision, from can I get guacamole, to should I apply for that new job, from a place of background panic. Hitting a real savings milestone, like $10,000, is like pouring cold water on that simmering amygdala. For the first time, your nervous system gets tangible, numerical proof that says, you are okay. A problem can arise, and you can handle it. The cortisol dials down. The constant background noise of financial anxiety starts to fade. This creates the first major shift, the end of financial churn. Before the tipping point, money is like a fast-moving river. It comes in paycheck, and it flows right back out. Rent, bills, groceries, emergencies. You're standing in the current, getting knocked around trying to grab a cup of water here and there. It's exhausting. That $10,000? That's not part of the river anymore. That's the still, deep pool underneath it. It's water that doesn't move. It's water that's yours. You're no longer living transaction to transaction at the mercy of the current. You're standing on solid ground, looking at the river flow by. The psychological difference is night and day. And this leads to the most important change of all, the identity shift. Karen stopped being someone trying to save, and became a person with savings. Do you feel the difference? One is an exhausting, perpetual struggle. The other is a state of being. It's a core part of your self-concept. You're no longer a struggler. You're a person with a foundation. Let me give you 2 concrete examples of how this plays out in real life. Scenario 1. The job. Before, Karen is in a job that underpays her. Maybe has a toxic manager. She daydreams about quitting, but then she thinks about her $87 bank account balance, her rent due in 2 weeks, and the sheer terror of a missed paycheck. So she stays. She keeps her head down. She absorbs the bad treatment. Her decisions are made from fear. After $10,000, the job situation is the same. But Karen is not. She now has a 4-6-month runway of bare-bones expenses. That knowledge changes her posture. She can negotiate firmly for a raise not from desperation but from a place of strength. She can calmly pursue a better opportunity. She can even take a calculated risk on a side hustle or a course. Her behavior changes because her options have changed. She operates from choice. Scenario 2. The unexpected $500 bill. Before, the check engine light comes on. Panic spiral. Heart races. She puts it on a credit card at 24% APR, feels victimized by the universe, and spends weeks stressed, eating ramen to pay it off. It reinforces the story. Life is expensive and out to get me. After $10,000, the same light comes on. She sighs. Annoying. She pays the $500 from her deep pool. She feels competent, like an adult who handled a problem. She moves on with her week. The cycle of stress, debt, shame is broken. It's now just a minor logistical event. Now I can hear some objections already. Let's tackle them head on. You might be thinking, Nick, come on. $10,000 isn't even that much money in today's world. It won't buy a house. Not purely monetary. It's psychological. It's the buffer that changes the context of every other dollar you have and every decision you make. It's the foundation that lets you build everything else. Or maybe, but if I save it, I can't use it. So what's the point of having it just sit there? But that's the magic. The point is, opictionality. You don't have to use it. The power is in the choice. Before, you had no choice but to panic. Now you have a choice to stay calm. That optionality is a form of wealth that no specific purchase can give you. And the classic. This just means I have to live like a hermit, never enjoying my life. This is the beautiful paradox. When you have that deep pool, you can actually spend more freely and joyfully on the things you truly value. Why? Because you're not guilt spending, I deserve this because life is hard, or panic saving. I can't buy anything ever. Your budget has breathing room. You can allocate $100 for a great dinner with friends without it triggering a financial crisis. The spending becomes intentional, not emotional. So, how do you build your own tipping point? Let's get practical. Step 1. Redefine your first milestone. Forget $10,000. That's Karen's number. Your number is 1 month of bare-bones expenses. Sit down and calculate it. Rent, utilities, minimum debt payments, basic groceries. That's it? No subscriptions? no dining out. What is that number? $3,000? $4,500? That is your first mission. It's less daunting, deeply personal, and just as powerful psychologically. It's your I can handle a major problem fund. Step 2. Create a silent partner account. This isn't your checking account. It's not even really your standard emergency fund, though it serves that purpose. This is your options fund. Open a separate savings account at a different online bank, somewhere with no fees and a decent interest rate. Give it a name in the app that inspires you: Freedom Fund, Peace of Mind, My Deep Pool. Then, automate it. Set up a transfer for the day after payday. Make it slightly inconvenient to access. No debit card, no checks. This account is your silent partner in life, working in the background to give you options. Step 3. Practice buffer-based decision-making. Once you have even a small buffer, say $1,000, start asking this one question about any money decision. Am I making this choice from a place of fear or from a place of choice? Fear. I have to take this freelance job I hate because I need the cash next week. Choice. I can take this freelance job I hate, or I can use this time to apply for better ones, because I'm okay for a bit. This simple reframe changes everything. Now, let's address the final hurdles. Objection. My income is too low. I can barely cover my bills. Shift your focus. It's not about the dollar amount, it's about the percentage. Saving 5% or 10% of a $30,000 income builds the exact same saver's identity muscle as saving 10% of $100,000. The habit, the act of paying yourself first, of prioritizing your future self, is the victory. That identity is the most valuable asset you will ever build. Objection. It will take me forever. It feels impossible. Track your freedom date. Don't just look at the balance. Use a simple chart or a note in your phone. If your goal is $3,000 and you save $300 this month, your freedom date just moved 1/10 of the way closer. Celebrate that. Celebrate the date moving closer. It makes the process a journey toward a tangible point in time, not a slog toward a number. And here's the ultimate secret: the compound effect of confidence. The first $10,000, or your 1 month of expenses, is the absolute hardest. It's you proving to yourself that you can do it. It's you rewriting your own story. And once that story changes from "I can't save" to "I am a person who saves," something incredible happens. Saving the next $10,000 happens 30, 40, even 50% faster. Not because you make more money, but because you're no longer fighting your own identity. The internal resistance is gone. So, what happened when Karen finally saw that $10,000? She wasn't shocked by the number. She was shocked by the silence. The constant low-hum soundtrack of "what if" that had played in her mind for years just stopped. The mental energy that was spent on financial worry was suddenly freed up. She didn't get a new personality. She got her old one back, the one that was curious, creative, and brave before money stress muffled it. The money didn't change her life. The psychological safety it created did. Your mission isn't just to save money. It's to save your peace of mind. It's to save your future self from 1,000 small emergencies. It's to save your ability to say yes to great opportunities and a calm, confident no to things that don't serve you. Start building your deep pool today. Open that account. Set up that transfer. Redefine your milestone. Because the moment you hit your tipping point, I promise you, everything changes. You stop living in the fast-moving river, and you start building on solid ground. You become a different person. A person with options. A person with peace of mind. A person who owns their life. I'll see you in the next one.